Hey everybody, and welcome to another Joker's Wild Side. I am Lobo,
I'm Jax.
and this is our Monday edition of Sports Talk Entertainment. First of all, we want to apologize for missing Friday. I was dead tired. I did not sleep for about 48 hours or so I was not going to have any energy for the show. It would have been not fair for you and for my co-host here. But we're here today with a bunch of news. A lot of news today for missing Friday as well. But first, we want to start off by thank you for joining us again. And as you can see, we have a little bit of rearranging going on, a little new stuff, a new desk.
A little bit of the new.
Yeah, new. We're trying to improve for you guys and also for ourselves. We got a few little toys up here on the wall. I've been waiting for them for a bit. We were excited to get them.
Heck yeah.
We got 5 katanas hanging up there. But other than that, let's jump right into it. Unless you have anything else to add before we get into it.
No, I do not.
All right. First of all, we want a little bit of sad news. Pee Wee Herman, or the actor who played Pee Wee Herman, Paul Rubens, has unfortunately passed away. What I heard was fighting with cancer for years already.
Oh, man.
So
many good actors out by cancer.
Yeah. Sad news. Rest in peace to him. T's in peace to his family. He was 70. I can't remember. I think 76, 72.
I was reading it, but now I don't even remember.
But sad news regardless. Rest in peace to him. He gave us at least showed us a lot of stuff when we were younger. Use your imagination.
Yeah, my brother blitzed watching Pee Wee Herman. That's all he watched for weeks.
Jeez. See, I don't remember him watching them so much, but I know he helped a lot of kids develop imaginations.
Oh, yeah. He was instrumental to how the movie world shifted. That it was okay to have lighthearted, fun movies meant for adults and children.
Agreed. But regardless, we do have a lot of other news. We're going to jump into a lot of NFL news. Jets actually extend Aaron Rodgers to a 2-year deal. We heard last week that he took a pay cut, and then the next day I think they said it's actually a 2-year deal now. So they're extending him.
All he had to do is bring it out on Twitter. Oh man, 1 year seems a bit too small.
Yes. But regardless, he's getting an extension. That means he'll be at least 2 years with the Jets, so he doesn't have to one and done with them. Speaking of the Jets also, they were chosen by the NFL and the NFL owners and all that to be on Hard Knocks this year. You asked me before we started, what is Hard Knocks? It's really, for all you that don't know, I'm going to explain a little bit of it. It's really a little behind the scenes of how the teams ran for a few weeks before the season and during the season. It's not crazy. The only problem I have with this is usually teams are chosen for Hard Knocks not do well. So we will see. They're expected to be one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl.
I mean, Rodgers is crazy, man.
Yes, he is very good. I don't know. I don't like this move, but it also is not my choice to make. But regardless, congratulations to the Jets for 2 big moves besides signing Rodgers in the offseason. 2 years extension for him and the Hard Knocks thing. I don't know if that second one is good news, but another one that was very kind of questionable because he just signed to the Dolphins, and now he's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. Jalen Ramsey, the quarterback. I don't know. You've had a lot of surgeries and injuries. He has a meniscus injury that's apparently going to put him out for about half the season.
And depending on what the surgery entails, you know, it can put him out for a long time. And I mean, it's looking 6 to 8 weeks, and that's if he's lucky. You know,
yes. Things
can go bad, things can go wrong. Orthopedic surgeries are never fun. They are brutal. They are taxing.
Oh, I bet.
I mean, you're having to relearn how to use that bone and muscle, and that you had doctors in there pulling things out, putting things in. It's something different,
and definitely it's hard to come by. I haven't had that kind of surgery, but I do have quite a few injuries that should have required surgery. But I do the Mexican thing and say, it'll be all right.
It'll be all right.
Put some Vicks on it.
Some Vicks and half a bottle of tequila, yeah.
And you're fine. Moving on. On some positive news, Chargers have now the most expensive player of all time. They extended Justin Herbert, their quarterback, to a 5-year deal. I did not get the specifics on the money because one thing I do not like talking about is what people are getting paid.
Yeah.
Let them get paid. They're getting paid ridiculous amounts, obviously, but let them get paid. Let them get their money. But anyways, that makes him the highest paid player in history. What's your opinion on this, man?
I mean, if a person deserves to have a good long contract, the sad thing is if he does feel displaced in the Chargers, then he's there for 5 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's ways that you can go around canceling the contract, et cetera, et cetera.
Trades.
Yeah, trade it up. But, I mean, 5 years is a long time. I've been working at my job for 5 years. That's a long time.
Me about the same time. Yeah. So, I agree with one point you said. If he's earned it, in my opinion, he has not.
Okay.
Remember, this is just an opinion of a joker, a doofus who likes to talk about sports. He has not won a playoff game. He is a great quarterback during the season. He is very good. But like I said, he hasn't proved himself to go deep in the playoffs. The playoffs that he did go to last year, he choked in the second half. Or the team choked, not just him. It's a team sport. So to me, he hasn't earned it. But I understand why they pay him. It's hard to find a quarterback in the NFL, and he's a very good quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, he still has to earn it a little more.
He has to put in a little bit more work. Oh. And, I mean, hey, if the Chargers get very scrupulous on it and they, push him through the hardest, heaviest training that they possibly can, I mean, they could literally build a freaking machine.
I mean, they do have a lot of great players, and on paper, they seem like one of the top 5 teams on the AFC side. The problem is there's a few other players that are about to get contracts as well. I think they deserve it better than he does. So
okay,
I may be wrong. Like I said, I'm only a doofus, a joker who loves sports, guys. So just take this as my opinion, and my opinion don't mean squat. But speaking of another quarterback who I think is better than Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, unfortunately, was carted off the field on last week Tuesday, with perceived calf strain. I was reading into it a little bit. It seemed like he had a previous calf strain going into the training camps.
Oh, yeah. Just reopened up.
Probably. Just
the biggest thing about muscles and tendons and joints and all that is you pull them once, you're going to pull them again, then again, then again.
Yeah. So, regardless, I think he'll be fine. He just needs some R&R, in my opinion. But I hope he's good. He'll be fine because the Cincinnati Bengals need him. Because I don't know who's going to be the backup, because I don't think they have a very good backup at all. And Joe Burrow is he's the one that led them to 3 championships, I think, in the last, or two championships in the last few seasons, and 1 Super Bowl. So without him, I don't know if they'll be able to get back there. So hopefully he does. On more quarterback news, the 49ers, Brock Purdy returned to practice.
So where was he?
So he was, at the end of the season, he was injured. Infamously, the 49ers were in the championship game to get to the Super Bowl, NFC. All their quarterbacks got injured before and during the game.
Oh, I remember that. Oh.
To the point where they could not throw a ball 5 yards up the field. So there was all these questions. They postponed Brock Purdy's, or he postponed his surgery on his injury. So they were concerned that he was not going to make it back on time for the season. He's back in practice. I haven't read too many reports of if it's good or bad. How's he doing? But at least he's back. It shows good signs for the 49ers.
Means he's ready to at least get back in the field.
And try it out. Yeah, definitely. But regardless, congratulations. The problem now, 49ers have another quarterback controversy. They got 3 quarterbacks there waiting for him. So we will see what they choose.
They're going to rotate all their quarterbacks each time out.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. And then bad news here for the Colts fans, for the Indy Colts fans. Running back Jonathan Taylor requested a trade. Not many details were let out. I think it was a little disrespect from someone in the front office to him.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, I also heard, I was reading ESPN, I think their second quarterback got injured. No, sorry, that's another news. But yeah, he's asking for a trade, probably because of disagreements with or disrespect from the front office.
Yeah, I mean, emotions do play a big thing into it, and if you feel like you're not into it, then what's the point of being around? You know, You're not motivated to be there, so you play less.
Yeah. It seems like they don't want you there. You're not even motivated to show up.
The only thing you're doing is working for yourself, and now you're working for yourself, and it's a team sport. You said it.
Exactly. So the running back I remembered as I was flipping through was a quarterback's running back. This new starter, Jones, I think his name was injured in practice. The funny thing is they just let go of their previously starter, Ezekiel, because they didn't want to re-sign him and pay him off. Well, guess what? Now you don't got no fucking running back. Man, talk about karma. But, yeah, so that was my opinion on that. I think that's a little ironic in a funny way to me. But poor Cowboys fans, they keep suffering, don't they? Now, something you showed me over the weekend that was going on, we should have got to this event.
Oh,
it was here in Salt Lake. We should have got them gone.
UFC 291. Yes. Oh my gosh, here in Salt Lake. Yeah. We were here. We were both doing essentially nothing. We could have gone to it. We could have watched the whole fight, and we didn't. We lost out.
This could have been also, if we didn't go, we could have done a live stream here reaction. We screwed the pooch. We messed up. It's all right. We're gonna get better. But anyways, what was your highlights of the event, man?
My brother, he was talking about Derek Lewis and his flying kick, and he says, you need to cover the 33-second match.
Man, that fight was fast, and the interview after was funny as hell.
Dude, I have a higher respect, or a new respect, I should say, for Derek Lewis.
Yes.
He is one comical guy. Oh my gosh, he is, as you were saying, real.
Yes. So we watched some highlights too before we got up on here today for you guys. He does not BS. All his interviews are bleeped out, almost half of them.
You got to watch raw footage just to
get what he's saying. But it's not him just cursing out at anybody. It's just him being him. And
like you can tell that it's not forced. It's him just expressing himself.
And you know what? I dig it because he throws. He's like, man, my balls were hot. That's why he took out his pants.
I took off my short. Why did you take off your short? My balls were hot. Yeah. I understand.
Yep. I'll tell you what. I already knew about him. I did not knew to this level of how real he was. I love it, man. Very, very good fight. Unfortunately, though, I think he said he was a free agent after this fight. So let's see if he sticks around.
He was talking about hopefully getting re-signed with UFC again. So we'll see how it goes. I hope to see more from him.
As do I. He is hilarious.
And he was a beast, too.
Yeah.
I mean, he came in. Even during the interview, they asked him, did you plan on starting with that?
Hell fucking no.
With that flying kick? Hell no.
No, it's like, I just want to try something fucking new. Man, I tell you, if you guys don't know who he is, check his highlights. Derek Lewis, just his interviews alone.
Oh, he is such a funny guy.
Funny. And I don't think he's intentionally trying to be funny. He's just being a dude, which I love.
Just being there.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. One of mine was that I loved was the BMF title, Badass Motherfucker title, pretty much, of Gaethje and Poirier. Man, it was a pretty physical fight through and through. But the ending, that head kick.
Man, I don't... Going up to the match all the way in, it was end of the second, right, that it happened, or end of the third? I think it was end of the third.
Yeah, I think so too, yeah.
And, I mean, they were pretty neck and neck. They were trading pretty well. It would have been a very hard call.
Yeah, I agree. It was like one of them tried a few things and the other one came back. I think one of them got a takedown and the other one got right back up. So it's like good, but you couldn't hold them. So it was back and forth. And then that head kick, man, Gaethje to Poirier, and he is now the new BMF title holder.
Yeah, and it was crazy how he did it too, because he went for a punch.
He faked them out.
Yeah, Poirier went to go and block it down, got it uncovered. Gaethje come up with the kick, and put him down on the ground.
Yeah, that was a good ending to that fight. Another good ending, that Ferguson fight. Unfortunately, now he's lost his 6th fight in a row now. He lost against Green, who...
He's a beast.
He is a beast. His athleticism, his cardio, the way his fight is, I don't like it 100% because he fights with his arms down a lot.
Yeah.
But his, like, if you look at the fight when he's throwing that jab,
it comes out of nowhere because you're used to looking up here.
Yeah, and
you're used to.
Well, not only that, it's just the angle he brings it in and how fast he is and athletic. It's like, unless you're looking at it, but you'll probably get caught with something else. But he's so fast with it.
He keeps his left really low, and he keeps his right up at the mid. So, I mean, you're trying to watch that left hand, right hand comes up.
Yeah.
So I can see the misdirection there.
But to me, this fight was all Green except that one in the first round when Ferguson knocked down Green. But unfortunately, he got caught with the finger to the eye.
Oh, yeah.
It looked worse than I think it actually was. Because his finger looked way in.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, it sucks. And you even mentioned the first little bit of when the fight started up again, that he was missing a lot of what was happening on the right side.
Yes. On that side, he seemed like it was a dark spot here, and everything was just coming in and hitting him on that side. But he did end up putting up a good fight. They do have some good exchange. Ferguson did have 2 terrible takedowns or attempts. They were really bad. They looked like he just was.
He looked like he was trying to dive into a pool
very badly. But yeah, he was. The first one he was trying to take guard, and it was bad. The second one, it really cost him because he tried to go for a leg lock to bring him down, and he ended up getting submitted soon after that. But kudos to Ferguson. He did not tap out.
No, he fought all the way to the end, and he never tapped.
Yeah.
Good on him.
Yeah. Regardless, still a good fight. My opinion on Ferguson, he's been around since 2009-ish, 8-ish in the UFC. He was undefeated till he started losing, and he hasn't won again.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks. It sucks to see. I can only imagine what he's going for, but also that drive. I've lost 6 in a row. Got to hit it again.
Yes.
Let's freaking get it.
He's going to want to get in there quickly, but in my opinion, go ahead, retire. You had your time. Maybe one more fight to end out your
career. Back.
Yeah, see if you could come back, or just to end out your career. Say his last dance, tip the cap, and say goodnight. But I did enjoy this fight though, because it was not like Ferguson wasn't trying, like he wasn't backing out.
No, I mean he was a little timid towards the end, but he was still there for the fight.
I think it's like you mentioned though. It was like he was just trying to figure out when he couldn't.
Yeah, he's like, what hand do I watch? Where do I look? Like,
yeah. So I saw a few that he was trying, and he couldn't pull the trigger on it.
Oh yeah, Green was just playing mind games, man.
But regardless, good card. We should have gone. Jesus, man, we should have gone.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah,
it would have been worth.
But it happens, All we can do now is wait for the next time it comes around. You want to?
Yeah. So then we're going on to Women's World Cup, and it's the New Zealand, which remind me again what the New Zealand is, because I'm not 100% understanding how that all works.
So in New Zealand, that's the country that's being held at.
Okay, so all the teams go to New Zealand, and they just play in New Zealand as the Women's World Cup.
Yes. And there's, unfortunately, bad news for the U.S. Last week, they snapped their 17-game winning streak with a tie against the Netherlands, who's also one of the favorites to win.
I've seen a few highlights of the Netherlands, and they play pretty crazy.
They do. But with that, the Netherlands and USA are tied on their group. The only thing is US is above because of the goal differential.
Okay.
But tomorrow, US has a chance to lock in that first. They have to win to lock it down against Portugal. Tomorrow, I did not check the time. But if they don't win, it's going to be very hard for them to continue in this tournament. Other quick front runners, holy smokes, for the World Cup. No, I just saw the Japan. Their group is Japan, Spain, Zimbabwe, and Croatia. Japan is undefeated. They just won today, I think. Yeah, they beat 4-0 Spain. Jesus. So their goal differential is 11. They are beating the snot out of everybody pretty much. Wow. So Japan seems like they're going to be one of the favorites. USA, Netherlands, like I said. And then Sweden is also undefeated for the women's clubs, which is surprising to me. And then the last one's Colombia.
Colombia matches are definitely great to watch.
Yeah, I just hope they don't make it so far. And then I don't know if you ever heard about this story. Was it Colombia? I think so. That during the World Cup, one of their team members made an auto goal, which is own goal. That player was found dead because it was by the cartel.
Oh,
yes,
man.
yes. So I hope it's nothing of that happening anymore. But yeah, it was bad news. But regardless, still USA still is still one of the favorites. They still have a big chance to win it all. They just have to win tomorrow. I think they have to win to get it. But other than that, that was the sports talk. Unless you have
nothing else for me. The sports are going crazy. I'm still excited for NFL to actually kick off.
Yes.
We should start seeing our first pre-games I think on the 9th.
Yeah, about 30 days, 40 days away, something like that.
So, yeah, we'll start seeing our first, little startup matches, essentially.
Yeah.
Preseason matches.
So, exciting. Almost time.
But, yeah, so if you guys haven't searched it up, I would definitely go and look this up. An AI-generated WWE champion title.
Yes. It was beautiful, in my opinion.
I think it looks pretty good. It was very hard to distinguish that it was created by AI. And, I mean, I've played around with a lot of AI.
Yes.
You've played around a little bit with AI. Yeah. Hell, our logo's made with AI.
Yes.
So...
usually there's some little, things or tweaks on it that you're like, definitely looks like AI.
If you look into the logo, you can see both of their bodies are morphed and then they split.
Mm-hmm. But this one was, like you said, it was extremely hard to figure out. I think we found two spots.
Two spots that were definitely okay, that's a little goofy.
Yeah, but regardless, I think that's better than what's out now. I don't know what, like I said, I love it because it has a lot of the classic touches with the extra design. And to me, this is what the title should be, not whatever crap they have.
Oh, yeah, and it also looked very Egyptian style to me, if you ask me.
Yeah. To me, it was beautiful. It was perfect.
Oh, it was wonderful. If they produced it as an actual title, a little bit of touch-ups and stuff like that.
Yes, obviously.
It would be
gorgeous.
Mint.
Yeah, that's probably one I would want to buy, for sure. Also, now moving into the G1 Climax from New Japan. It's the tournament I said it's out for a month, and it's about 20-somewhat days in now.
Oh, yeah. So, starting off with Block A, Sonata.
Yeah.
He is right now 5-0.
5-0. I think he's one of the favorites. I think he's still a champion. So, if he wins it, I think only two people have done that, where the champion and win this tournament. So, we will see. Block B, it's Will Ospreay, who is one of my favorites that you've seen a little bit.
Oh, yeah. And we need to go through and cover all these.
Yes. We'll probably have a highlight film of some of these so you can see what they do. And then also in Block B, in second place with the same amount of win and points, Okada, which is their John Cena. So I mentioned it to him last time.
Thank you, Shifty.
Who is Shifty? Well, thank you for following us. Now moving to Block C, David Finlay, who I'm surprised he's up there so much. He's 4-1. I think it's very soon for him to be up there, but I like it. I like this move. Jeff Cobb up there, Evil, Tamatanga. There's a few big names up there. But other than that, they still have a few more weeks to fight it out here. So we will keep you posted on the ending of the tournament for sure. And then hopefully, I don't know if you're down for this, but maybe have a little review on the final matches of that G1.
Oh yeah, we could definitely do final matches. We can definitely pull clips for it,
Cool.
all that, and give reviews, give thoughts, and we'll even cover some of the highlights.
Yeah, because usually the final 3-4 matches of the G1 are considered to be match of the year contenders, so they'll be amazing. And I think you'll like a lot of them. Now, this is just a reminder for you guys out there. On this Saturday is SummerSlam. And remember, we're going to be doing a live stream for it on August 15th, starting around 5:36-ish.
August 15th, August 5th.
My bad. I'm moving fast here. But we're starting around 5:30-ish, 6, depending what time the pay-per-view actually starts, not the pre-show. Maybe we'll start a little earlier just to get everything going.
Get you all in. Get chatting.
Yeah, definitely. Get you all involved. We're also going to be having some bets on the matches connected with that, some punishments that we still got to set up. It's going to be a good night. Hopefully not all punishments go to one person.
Right now I'm 0-3, so
yeah, you're in a big losing streak, so you need to come up on SummerSlam. But speaking of SummerSlam, we want to go over some matches with you guys, see what our thoughts are. We're not going to give you what we think just yet on who we think was going to win. We'll leave that for Friday.
Oh yeah.
But
the crazy thing is, though, everything that we said was going to be there is there. Yeah. Now, the only thing that we didn't get was the women's triple threat.
Yeah. We talked about it a little bit, but we didn't expect it.
Yes. No, we theorized about it, thought about it, but we just thought that it was originally just going to be Asuka and Bianca.
Yes.
But it is nice that they are including, I just lost it, Flair.
Yeah. But yeah, we talked about how, actually we almost guessed the whole card.
Oh yeah.
There was a few things that obviously caught us by surprise, like the first one is the tribal by combat for Rhea, Roman, and Jay, but that's also a match we've never seen.
Oh yeah, so I mean, we originally thought that Roman and Jay were going to be in it, but tribal combat came out of nowhere.
Yes, but it sounds great. It sounds like it's going to be physical. Probably a lot of weapons used. I'm counting for interference also. I'm also counting for Jimmy to come in. I don't know what you think on that.
Yeah, I'm thinking Jimmy makes a grand entrance. I'm thinking Solo and Jimmy are going to fight a lot on the side. I'm hoping we also get other interferences.
Yes. So with this, there's also possibility of also old or new Polynesian, Samoan, whatever, of their family that are wrestlers to come back to make an interference. Because this could be a big blow-off.
Oh, yeah.
So that'd be great. I'm leaning a little Jay, but who knows? That might change. I just think Roman needs to get cut down, man.
Agreed.
You're at the same spot?
Yeah.
Let's see the champ fall. The higher they go, the harder they fall, right?
And then we have Cody and Lesnar. This is a big build-up. I hope a lot of tension gets squashed here.
Yeah. This is the rubber match. Remember, Cody has one win. Lesnar has one win. Let's see who comes out on top. I was hoping there was a little, like a little gimmick match where it was a cage match or something to make it a little more interesting than just a regular match. That still could happen tonight or Friday. By Friday, But the intense of the rivalry where they've been beating the snot out of each other before anyone talks, it's deserving of like a cage match or something.
Yeah, just no ref interference and just let problems be solved.
Exactly. Who you feel like is going to take it this one? Lesnar? I'm on the other side. I think Cody should. Lesnar is a beast. We all know this. Lesnar is Lesnar. He will always be a main event draw. Let's still keep building Cody. Let's not cut him down yet. In my opinion. The next one is one we kind of predicted, but I also have a little twist in my head. Is the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth freaking Rollins, versus Finn Balor. What do you think of it so far?
Flat out, I think Rollins is going to maintain World Heavy Champ.
I'm leaning that way, but my twist is Damian helps Finn Balor win it and then cashes in. That would be great in my opinion.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Because it adds a twist to Rollins didn't lose it cleanly, and then Finn wins it, but Damian immediately says, "It's my title."
That'd be crazy.
I think that'd be great if they could pull that off. But who knows, right? By Friday, it might all change. And then I know you're looking forward for this match.
Oh, yeah.
Your mommy in there.
Miss Asuka.
Yes.
You know who I'm going for immediately. It doesn't matter who's in there. Now, maybe if it was Rhea Ripley and Asuka, I'd have to start drawing straws.
No, we won't be able to film it. You'll be playing with yourself over there.
Well, that's why we raised the camera.
Yeah, you'll still be making faces to them, man. Oh. But it's the WWE Women's Champ, Asuka versus Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair. Obviously, the way you say her name, we know who you're rooting for.
Oh, yeah.
Asuka.
Doesn't matter who's in it.
Mm-hmm. To me, as long as Flair doesn't win, I'm good. And there's nothing against Flair. She's a great athlete, great performer, one of the greatest, if not the greatest by her end of her days here in WWE.
She just had too much spotlight.
Yes. I think this last one, it's a little character change, but she was acting like she deserved everything. Remember, no one deserves anything. Go back to the line and earn your way back up. So I hope she doesn't win.
Yeah.
I'm leaning Bianca, but I also will not be mad at Asuka wins. I'm also a big fan of Asuka.
Yeah. So, I mean, Bianca fight. Bianca taking it, I mean, I'll be salty. Asuka didn't take it. But
you'll be very salty, don't lie.
But, yeah, I mean, if somebody else was to take it, I would rather Bianca than Flair.
Okay. Yeah, me too. And then the next match is one that we saw a little bit of it from the physicality of it. I know you love the IC title, the Intercontinental title, Gunther versus Drew McIntyre.
Starting off with this is going to be one of my most anticipated fights.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, just flat out, I think that I'm going to have the most excitement during the Gunther-Drew McIntyre fight.
It'll be one of the better matches, just match alone, not storytelling. Because we've seen their physicality, what they do to each other. We saw this at WrestleMania with Gunther, Drew, and Sheamus.
Yes.
It was so physical. I hope they bring this up to another level. I want to see chest bleeding of how much they're hitting each other.
Agreed.
A little gruesome for some people, a little bit too much. I love it, and I know you do too.
Always.
Yeah. What is your opinion on this, though? So Gunther, let me give you a little bit. Gunther is reaching the level of legendary of holding the title for, I think it was 1 and something days.
Okay.
So he's getting up there on that. I think he's the second longest holder now in history for that title.
No, I think Gunther's going to hold on to it. I think he's the next Roman Reigns.
You think so? All right.
I think he's going to be the next 1,000-dayer.
Okay. So I am leaning towards Drew for the reason that Gunther has proven himself. He could hold his own. He could hold programs and build them. I think he's the next one to move up to if Roman wins, he's the next one that should be up there.
Okay.
So that's where I'm leaning to Drew. Not because I think Drew would be better, but I think Gunther is time to see what he could do in the main event. The next match is one that you want to see, specifically one person get his face caved in. Logan Paul versus Ricochet, bro.
I hope Ricochet destroys Logan Paul and makes sure that his leg is actually freaking broken.
Jesus, the hatred towards this man. He did nothing wrong to you, bro.
He existed.
Oh, you're terrible.
Now, the next one goes for you.
Wait. Hold on, I'm not done. Not there yet. But I know where you're going with that. Stop it. But yes, the next one will be the way you feel about Logan Paul. But this match, Logan Paul versus Ricochet, I could see them stealing the show. We see what they did in the Royal Rumble.
I could see this being
Like
not necessarily match of the night, but definitely takes the energy of the crowd.
Definitely. Ricochet, we've seen in the Independence before he was with WWE. He's very athletic. He never misses a move. And Logan Paul has shown that he could go. So this could be sneaky match of the night, in my opinion. Obviously, we see where you're leaning. I'm also leaning toward Ricochet because I want to see him get a push. I want to see him get some movement going. Get up the card.
Stop getting beat down.
Yes, exactly. And like you said, the next match.
So next one, we said this during our announcements of what it was going to be, or thoughts of what it was going to be. The Ronda, and I can't read that name. Baszler. I was going to say Balsar.
Bowser.
Beaches.
So this much like you feel about Logan Paul. I don't feel that strongly about Ronda Rousey because I think she can be entertainment. I can see her being she was a UFC champion, for God's sake. I'm just not liking this last run she had. Okay? I don't care for this match.
Yeah.
I don't care who wins.
It's just a match. It's a filler match. And, I mean, it seems like, to me, that this could just be the first start of the first start of the show, and only like a 1 minute and 30-second fight, and just in and out.
So, I disagree with you for the reason that when you're building a wrestling card, at least from my experience when I was in the business, when I was doing matches and stuff like that, they would set up the first match always to bring up the energy. I don't think this is going to do that. So personally, I think it should be match number 2 or somewhere in the middle.
All right. So if you're wanting to raise the energy here, we were just talking about Logan Paul and Ricochet.
That'd be one. The other one would be Gunther and Drew.
Okay,
because
yeah.
that one, it's going to be
Gunther and Drew would be super hype.
Yes. The only other one I would see possibly opening up the night, well, there's 2 more. One, which is the next match we're going to be talking about, the SummerSlam Battle Royal, just because there's so many names in there, so many people. It might bring that energy and the hype up.
I could see the Battle Royale happening, and it definitely taking the energy. I could also see it as a mid-roll. Okay. That transitions it from the lighter fights. So to me, the lighter fights would be Logan Paul, Ricochet, Ronda, Bowser, and then doing the women's champ, and then dropping the Rumble, hitting it with Rollins, Lesnar,
and then main event with
and then also Gunther being at the bottom. So being in the first set.
The only other match I would see that possibly open is the World Heavyweight Championship, Rollins versus Balor. Just because, like I said, if those twists could happen, it'd be very hype. It'll bring the energy up.
But yeah, with storytelling, all that, I think Cody and Lesnar are just so big that you got to take it into the night. I
agree. Unless they want to get Lesnar out of there real quick, come in, get a win or loss real quick, and move on.
That's fair.
But then the last match, which is what we mentioned, is the SummerSlam Battle Royale. Usually, this is kind of like in WrestleMania, they always have a Battle Royale just to have everybody on the show. A little more names, more popular people. They could throw in a celebrity here and there. It'll bring up more hype to it.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not expecting much of that. I never do. So I don't know if you are.
This will be the first Battle Royale that I've watched start to finish.
Okay.
Overall, this SummerSlam card, though, I think it's crazy. I think it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It will be an amazing night.
Yes. I'm pretty sure they might add some more matches here as the last week comes by. But that is so far. Remember, again, to watch us on Saturday, August 5th, not the 15th, 5th, around 5:30 or 6, we're going to get started. We will have bets, and loser will get punished with either painful stuff or spicy stuff. We got a plan. We're going to end up. We'll have it here for you guys. Don't worry about that. We'll explain more for sure on Saturday. Also, some big news that you mentioned.
Yes. So my brother sent me a Snapchat while I was just chilling, playing my games, whatever. And you have Roman Reigns and Rhea Ripley who got skins for Rainbow Six Siege. Now,
Nice.
Rainbow Six Siege has been out for, I don't even know, 8 years, I feel, or less. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a long running game. Now, they chose two of the newer characters to represent Roman and Rhea, and I think they did a pretty good job about implementing them into the game. It's for Oryx, and I can't remember who the other person is. And if you knew who Oryx was, you would be like, yep, that fits Roman's energy.
Just a
big, beefy. He runs through walls. He jumps through floor panels.
Big dick energy. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, and he's like 6'5", 6'8", or something like that. He's a tower.
Okay.
And just brute strength, and does some cheeky stuff. It's able to get around places where you don't think that somebody would get around to.
That definitely fits in. But I saw the skins; they look very good. Excited for WWE superstars to expand and get more popular in pop culture, So that's great. I've never played it, so maybe we could get a live stream going to start playing.
Oh, it's such an intense game, dude. It is.
I'll break the control, you're saying?
We can talk about it later.
Alrighty. Also, something that came up last week that I've been hearing about, the Iron Claw. It's a movie based on the Von Erich family, who was an old-time family from Texas, who was a wrestling family. They were wrestling royalty.
Okay.
What's his name? Zac Efron's playing one of the brothers.
Gotcha. So is it supposed to be like a drama-mentary?
I think so, but I don't think they could really capture it, the real life of it, because how can I say this without spoiling it? I don't think they could bring up the drama. You know how most of the times stories get glamorized for Hollywood?
Yeah.
I think they're going to have to tone this one down.
Okay.
I'll explain to you off screen why, but it's just their family went through so much shit.
It's just an intense story.
It is crazy. So I think this is built for Hollywood for sure. Their legacy and their history, but they might have to tone some stuff back. But I'm excited. I'm actually going to go see this on theater when it comes out. I'll see if you're down for it too.
All right. Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll get into it, and maybe we'll hit you guys with a review after we see it.
Definitely.
And okay, other news in terms of watching movies. I'm gonna go see Haunted Mansion. Now, I really enjoyed the Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion. I thought it was really fun,
really
lighthearted. I was also like 6 years old, 8 years old.
I keep forgetting that you're quite a bit younger than I am.
So, it was something to watch, and, it excited the literal child that I was.
Exactly.
Now, from what I've seen of the trailers, I have low expectations for this. I'm hoping to see an Eddie Murphy cameo in there. Just to be there because, it's branded. But Hollywood's been doing, or not Hollywood, Disney's been doing all these rebrands of all these movies. And I don't think that they've done a lot of recalls to a lot of things. So I don't see much happening.
I'm probably not going to, depending on your review, I'll see if I'm going to watch it. But
like I said, low expectation.
Yeah, me too. I'm not interested in it. Another movie that I am interested, but you're this is the flip side. The new TMNT movie has a lot of people I enjoy watching and that I've enjoyed through my life. It has Ice Cube. It has John Cena as one of the bad guys. It has Seth Rogen. What's his name? The comedian.
What's his name? Seth. No, not Seth MacFarlane.
No, that's Family Guy. Rogen? Nope.
No. Yeah? Seth Rogen.
Yeah, him.
I'm pretty sure.
It has Jackie Chan in there. He's
I will say, it's got a lot of good voice actors.
It does. So I am probably going to go see it, and we'll review it here too. And then I'm guessing the same thing with you. If
if your review's awesome, then I would consider it more.
Gotcha.
I'm disliking the animation style. It looks like a stop motion anime, and because like your arms go here and then it's here.
Gotcha. I see it.
It's just irritating to me because they're also trying to be this lighthearted, funny. And I also have just never been big into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I played a game on Xbox with an old past friend, and it was all right. I never got behind the hype. You know, ninjas were kind of on the out when I was growing up.
I gotcha. I was always a big fan, so I'm gonna go watch it, and we'll probably do a review like when you do the Haunted Mansion. But another one that we're gonna do a review of, we're gonna try to get it to you Wednesday, maybe next Wednesday, is the Twisted Metal. It's now available on Peacock. The whole season is out.
I thought it was a movie, but with the comedy and stuff that we've seen, I'm hoping for almost every second of comedy or action and like lighthearted seriousness.
I don't know if it'll be lighthearted serious. I think it's gonna be fucking serious with comedy thrown in there. Kind of like the trailer when he's singing the thong song while he's killing people. That was great. Darkness with the Q. I'm gonna try to binge watch it to maybe review it Wednesday. But if we can't, we'll see if we can get it next Wednesday.
That, or we'll just cover up to the episodes, or maybe go into every single episode.
That works.
Check it Wednesday on YouTube, Joker's Wild Side.
Yeah, we'll
see how it goes. You can check it here. We do live streams.
Mondays,
Wednesdays, Fridays. Wednesdays, depending on what we're reviewing, what we're looking at, depends on what we're going into. Because sometimes we might be doing review stuff. When we were doing Secret Invasions, because it dropped on Wednesday, we would come in and watch the episode, and then we would report on what our thoughts were, everything like that. So just keep it posted, follow, check our social media, Joker's Wild Side, Jay Wildside on Facebook. I still haven't put in the social media links on the Twitch page, so a little difficult to check that out. And I'm going to have to also add it to the About Us on YouTube.
Yeah. So we'll be getting to that. As you can see, we're slowly updating. We're updating our cameras. We're updating our desks, our backgrounds here. We updated our laptop. So we're slowly updating for you guys so we can get better quality, be more connected to you guys, and hopefully bring you more entertainment videos here sooner.
More exciting content. Definitely. I mean, I'd say our content's pretty exciting, but you know, the more we're able to do it, the better quality, everything,
and more type of content.
Oh yeah,
with hopefully live reviews.
Definitely planning to expand a lot more into the department of whatever. Depends on what's being released. Depends on what's going on, and we might just come out flat out and always check back. You never know what you're going to see. We might be playing games here soon.
Yeah, and maybe do reaction to some music, because I know there's some stuff I don't listen to that he does, and there's some stuff that he does that I do. So we'll be sharing all that with you guys as the process goes on. Like you said, remember to check our socials. We'll be posting some stuff there, letting you know what we're adding. Also, let us know on the comments what you like, what you don't like, what can we improve. If you're just going to be negative to be negative, move on, don't watch it. But if you're going to constructive criticism,
I'll also take a little bit of deconstructive criticism. No,
then email him.
Email me.
I don't need that stuff. But regardless, remember, we're just two jokers. Take everything we say as a grain of salt, man. We just love what we do. We love watching sports, wrestling, entertainment. We're nerds, man. If you couldn't tell by the backgrounds. So don't take anything we say seriously. It's just our opinions. Also, remember to be grateful for the things you have. Grateful for the problems you don't have. Other than that, this was Joker's Wild Side.
See ya.
See ya.